Hello, everyone. We are jumping on for my self-publishing Q&A live series where we go over my 52 weeks worth of strategies to write, publish, and sell your book in a year in 52 weeks. We are on week 48, which means that we are onboarding our formatters. By now, your fourth and final draft should be as complete as possible because this is the week that we will be giving that final draft to our formatters. We should be making no more changes to it after this point. You will want to, again, use the plan, do, review framework to outline your formatter's responsibilities, expectations, and deadlines. This process was covered in week 10. If you need to revisit that, you will need to clearly document the criteria for success, as well as add reminders to your calendar for periodic reviews. You will ideally want those final formatted files in your hands before week 52 in this 52-week program, so you can upload those files to your publishing platform and order your proofs in time for the public launch. So your exercise for this week is to onboard your formatter by outlining the project and sending them that fourth draft. This should be fairly straightforward. However, the key is to also make sure that you are staying on top of all of your tasks that are leading up to the pre-order launch next week. Yes, week 49, which is next week, is the pre-order launch as detailed in this 52-week schedule. And we will be hitting full steam ahead next week. So confirm that all of your ducks are in a row. Now is the time to double and triple check your lists. Number one, for your website, have you set up your pre-order book page? If not, we need to do that. For two, marketing, have you been engaging with your audiences at least 3 times a week via 3 different platforms? Make sure that you're making sure that you are visible during this time. Number 3, drafts. Have you given your fourth draft for your formatter? That needs to happen this week. 5, 5 on here I have publishing, so we're going to add publishing here. 4, oh my God, my brain is mush this week. I have a lot going on. 4, publishing. Have you chosen your publishing platform? 5, for team, have you onboarded your formatter and paid your other freelancers and or beta readers? Make sure that your editor's paid. Make sure that your cover designer is paid. Make sure that you've paid your beta readers. We want to make sure that we are treating our team as they should be treated. Next is business. Have you set up the required business licenses and the bank and payment options for the pre-orders that are going to start next week? Make sure that we do that. Next comes legal. Have you set up the necessary copyright and IP protections to protect your work? And then finally, readers. Have you been promoting your beta readers' reviews? This is to week to make sure that we are taking care of all of those dangling to-dos to make sure that next week's launch goes according to plan. So week 49, we are launching our pre-orders. We are going to start selling our books. Even though the book isn't formatted yet, even though those files have not been uploaded to the publishing platform, we can start selling pre-orders of the book prior to the official publication date. Now, sometimes people prefer to collect pre-orders through third-party retailers like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, so on and so forth. My method that we are using in this schedule is collecting pre-orders through our websites. This allows us to customize our pre-order packages, include nice incentives or freebies in those packages, sign the books, personalize the books before they are sent out to the customers who buy the pre-orders. If you set up pre-orders through third-party retailers like Barnes & Noble, Amazon, so on and so forth, you will not be able to customize those pre-order packages. You will not be able to sign the books. You will not be able to personalize the books. You will not be able to add bookmarks, anything like that. There are some warehousing options that allow you to send bookmarks to them that they will include in the orders that are shipped out and fulfilled through them. However, you still can't sign the books. If you want to wait, there is an option to wait at this point. If you don't want to launch pre-orders just yet, you can go through the process of uploading your files to the publishing platform. You can get those proofs. You can approve all of your book ready to go before you start selling. You can order in bulk from your publishing platform to your house. You can sign those books, personalize those books. You can choose to ship them out yourself, or you can then send them to a warehouse that will do all of the shipping and fulfillment for you. Mind you, there's going to be extra cost and extra time involved with that approach. The approach that we're using in this 52-week schedule is the least amount of time and the least cost in getting pre-orders out, especially personalized pre-orders out. So the idea is that we are starting to sell the book before the files have been uploaded to the publishing platform, before we can actually have the physical book in our hands. This way we can start selling, bringing in money, bringing in excitement, generating relationships with our potential customers before the book is published to third-party retailers like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, so on and so forth. So this way is just a different way to do it depending on what your time and budget expectations are. So maybe you do want an extended pre-order period. Maybe you want an extended budget to make sure that you have other options at your disposal. But this way, doing it through our own website, fulfilling the orders ourselves, selling out the pre-orders ourselves, is a more time efficient and cost efficient way to do it. Again, you can slice and dice it however you want. A lot of different authors decide to do it a lot of different ways. There's no one tried and true way to publish a book. This 52-week schedule is set up for efficiency in terms of time, money, and energy. So maybe you want to take longer, maybe you want to spend more, that is your prerogative. If you want tips on how to do other methods beyond the ones that I detail in this 52-week schedule, please do reach out to me. I'm happy to create strategies with you based on whatever your goals, needs, expectations, and budgets are. Maybe you have different goals. So for example, if you want to get to the New York Times bestseller list, that is a big goal that a lot of authors have. In order to qualify for the New York Times bestseller list, you have to sell 10,000 pre-orders through third-party retailers. So there has to be a few things that need to happen in order to set that up, to set that goal up. So the book needs to be uploaded to your publishing platform for wide distribution. So that means the files are uploaded, the proofs are ordered, you've approved of the physical book that you've gotten in the mail, and that public publication date that you set for that book is set up 3, maybe 6 months after you approve those physical printed proofs. So then your book will be available for pre-order on third-party platforms like Amazon and Barnes & Noble for that 3 to 6 month period that's buffered between when the files are actually ready and when the book starts selling publicly. So you have 3 to 6 months to generate 10,000 pre-orders through those third-party platforms. That is one way to achieve New York Times bestseller. But again, that's probably going to be a 2-year process from start to finish, when you start writing the book to when the book goes published, in order to make that happen. So your strategies that you use to publish a book greatly depend on what your specific goals are for that book. Using this 52-week schedule that I've laid out this year, we are prioritizing time efficiency and cost efficiency. Maybe those aren't your goals. So figure out what those goals are and plan accordingly. If you want help with that, that's what I'm here for. I'm excited for pre-order launching next week. I'm here rooting for you if you are continuing with the plan. And in the meantime, please do reach out to me if you have any questions. Take care, guys.